Welcome back to the Macabre Maiden Metalcast, where the feelings hit harder than the breakdowns. Today, we're diving into the beautifully chaotic world of drive-by cinema, not drive-in cinema, as my Google likes to frequently tell me. Today, we are joined by Gabriel from Drive-By Cinema and the rest of the band here. We're going to introduce everybody shortly. This is a band that blends nostalgic pump rock chaos with raw emotion and DIY grit. So, without further ado, Miss Jen, would you like to join us here and talk a little bit about the band that you brought our way?
Yeah, for sure. Hailing from Palmdale, California. Again, we have Drive By Cinema joining us. They've been working on making pop punk for people who cry at parties. Is what came up in our little search. So we have some influence being mixed, like Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, and they have their own little modern twist that they add to everything. They released a debut album called Over It in 2024. It was packed with angst, hooks. There was some genre-bending energy that proves they're just getting started and doing great, if I may add.
Please.
So welcome to the show, guys, and thanks so much for joining us. Again, we have Jesse, Gabriel, Ivan, and Chris.
Very
Perfect.
nice.
Our names are out on the internet already.
Hey!
Hello, welcome.
Hey, hello.
Good to see you guys.
Welcome,
Thank you so much for having us here. It's very, very nice.
We're very excited.
All the praise was fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
More of that, please.
There will be more. There will be more.
We'll try. We'll try our best.
Yes. In case you don't know, from left to right, we got.
I'm Ivan, the bassist.
I am Chris.
Nice.
I play the drums.
I'm Gabriel. I play guitar.
My name is Jesse. I sing the songs and the sorrow.
yeah.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Love to see it. Nice to meet you guys officially.
Yes, a fantastic
meet you.
meet. I'm glad
And
that we
thank
could
you again
meet
for
y'all
being-
just chilling on the couch. That's the most relaxed and casual way to do an interview. And I appreciate the hell out of that.
So many good times on this couch. This is where the magic happens.
There's a
The
legacy.
cameras turn on, and when the cameras turn off,
It's a big legacy of pop punk bands and couches.
There is.
There is.
You're not wrong. The amount of stories I've heard of couches.
All right, Ash. you wanna
All
get
right,
this
guys.
started?
So, for whoever wants to pop in, really, for listeners just discovering you guys, who is Drive By Cinema in your own words?
Awesome.
Nice,
no,
sweet,
that
very
one word.
effective.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I think that Drive By Cinema is really like a band that just kind of like collects from influences that we've taken along like the world, right? A lot of us grew up in like pop punk communities. Some grew up in more like hardcore type ones, even like classic rock and like more like world music. Like really like a lot of us are into J rock right now, and really just blending all those influences together to just try to see what we could create, right? Our biggest thing is just really trying to make like a safe, fun place for people to just let themselves express like through the music.
Yeah, the world is a
to
messed
hear
up
it.
place, and we
It
just
is.
want to make a space where people can feel like they can be themselves. Express yourself without the fear of somebody coming in and saying something to you. You can be in our space, and I want you to be as chaotic and beautiful as our music allows you to be. So
I love
And it
that.
started
That's
as a way
beautiful.
to
And I
get
feel like
free
that's
beer.
like
It
the
is.
epitome of just punk and rock in general. So
I'd agree with that. Yeah. Well, how did you guys personally get into the band? Like, what? I mean, you talked a little bit about being inspired by and things like that, but what specifically maybe drew each of you to this particular sound? Like, maybe one person started it, and everyone's like, "Hey, man, come join," or however that happened. How did that happen and draw you guys into this, sound of the punk rock type universe, if you will?
Well, we actually all met in college. So, our community
Nice.
college out over here in Palmdale actually has a very strong music program. So I met Jesse inside of a songwriting program over there. We were paired up on a project. I can't tell you what we wrote. Who remembers? Probably terrible. But we were like, there's something good going on over here. I vibe with this guy. He writes the good songs, and it was perfect because like I was looking in a band. Because I've known Chris and Ivan through another like music class out over there too, right? It was called Beginning Rock Band. You come in together, you form a band. It really teaches you just ways of like starting a DIY project. It was awesome. And we were
Yeah.
looking like around like to play together, and we didn't have a singer. And then he comes along saying, "I've got all these songs, but I don't know how to play an instrument." He had like journals full of just lyrics forever. So it was like a little match made in heaven.
Beautiful.
I always wanted to be in a band, so it was definitely a dream
Hell
come
yeah.
true. I didn't think they were looking for a singer, and I at the time I didn't really think I was they were gonna pick me or anything because I thought the songs I wrote were terrible, and I was very much still learning. I didn't grow up singing, didn't grow up like musically inclined in any way. It was something actually right out of high school that I'd wanted to get into, and I had no idea how to. It all just kind of fell into my lap, truth be told.
You started off as
that's
a DJ.
awesome.
Right, that's different. That's not musically inclined. I'm spinning stuff.
It's sick as hell.
Yes and no. I feel like
Counts.
there's
Yeah.
a component of DJing that takes talent. It's hard.
I
don't know.
mean,
You have to
me
understand
personally,
it.
yes, it is hard, and being a DJ is respectful. I'd never tell someone not to do music. I myself personally just did not. It was good, but it wasn't great, and I wanted to do more in a band, right, as opposed to just spitting other people's music. I want to make my own music, let's say,
I love it.
So
Fair
It's
enough.
good to have goals.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I always wanted to be in a band too. So like I was in the same boat. I really didn't like play anything or whatever, but like I wrote stuff all the time. I was like, man, this would be a fucking cool band name. This would be a cool band name. I got all these ideas, but I'm like, I don't play shit. I mean, now I kind of
Oh.
play bass ish. I mean,
You're doing good.
I'll get there. I'll
Yeah,
get there.
you're getting there.
I mean,
practice
you
makes
know.
perfect. Trust me.
Exactly.
Oh,
Everyone
it's true.
starts.
Hey,
like,
I've already
been
got
playing for years.
calluses on my fingers, so I think I'm getting there.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There you go.
I can't feel them,
Almost professional.
right? That's professional.
So Drive-By Cinema seems like a very visual name. Do you guys have a story behind that?
I'm a big fan of The Room. Or a big fan of just bad movies in general.
Yes.
From your reaction, I could tell you know what The Room is. Is everyone familiar with Tommy Wiseau here? Love it.
hi,
love
yeah.
it.
He was just here.
Oh my god.
Really? Low-key?
10 minutes away from me. Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
crazy. That's actually
Oh.
insane.
That's awesome.
But there was a review of The Room, right? That calls specifically that scene, like, the what's it called, the bye doggy, like, you're my favorite customer. It called it like drive-by cinema because it's just random collection of scenes happening at once, like no rhyme or collection, and like it dawned like that's perfect. That's exactly what I need.
I love that.
It's awesome, actually. That's a great origin story.
That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites, admittedly. Like I love
I
that
would die
stupid
for
movie.
that, man.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I drove out 8 hours to meet him because I misread the city that he was at. I thought he was at a city 30 minutes from me,
Oh,
but it turned
no.
out to be 8 hours.
38,
What a jump, dude.
kind of
And it was
close.
during finals times, and I already bought the tickets, so I'm like, I'm gonna go.
100%.
It's a quick turn.
100%.
No, there and back again.
As like, at the end of the day, mission accomplished.
Look, when you're from
100%.
California, everything's far away, okay? Like,
It's true. I'm not
It's
far
true.
from y'all. I'm up here in Washington. It's same problem. Like everything
Yeah.
is far away. That's fantastic.
yeah, don't watch that movie sober. It's so much more fun when you're on some kind of illicit
100%.
What a story,
Nice.
Ash.
Right? What a story. God damn it. There's so many quotable lines in that. It's so funny. Okay.
To see you like reminiscing in your head.
I can. There's like a little
You're like,
flashback.
which line can I pick out right now?
It's like a little
Fair.
file folder that I'm digging through. Yeah. Well, speaking of nostalgia, I mean, you guys are really good for like blending that nostalgia type vibe with modern punk and everything like that. So tell us a little bit about the band's moments that may have shaped, the guitar style or those particular riffs or anything like that.
Personally, for me, I remember when I was 13 years old, and my family went out to Chili's to dinner for the night, and there was a very long line, and there's a Guitar Center right behind the Chili's where we grew up. So I go over there, and I just got into Green Day at the time, and I found Bullet in a Bible, like the CD and DVD. So I took that home and I just watched it like every day for like 3 months straight. And like that's the moment where it clicked. Like I'm looking at Billy Joe, like that's me. That's who I want to be. That's how I want to play my guitar. That's how I want to live. I want to be taller. Well, that's me personally. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Oh man, I think for me, I my definitive moment, and I always remember this when I told myself I think that I want to do music was I was about 6 years old. And my sister, I think, had taken me to the store or something. Ran to the store. I was in the back seat, and this song came on, and it was like nothing I'd ever heard before. Right? I thought it was one of the greatest things I'd ever heard up to that point. Only 6, I probably hadn't heard much, but it was like I was like, this is so cool, right? I can't describe it. I have no idea how, but this is like the coolest thing ever. I want to make music like this. It was Linkin Park's "In the End."
Oh,
Hell
And I was
yeah.
like, this is so
fair.
cool. And then that's how I got into hybrid theory. And then that album really got me into everything else. Everything in my life is traced back to that record.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Linkin Park is definitely in my top 5. 100%. We're gonna go deep
Nice.
down in nostalgia today. We got The Room, we got Linkin Park. I don't know what's coming up next, but I'm ready for drive-in movies. There's that too.
Try
So
all of them.
Drive-in
The
movies.
drive-in
Hey,
movies.
well, I'm
On
the
the
I know what
nostalgia
I'm
bus.
doing this weekend.
right driving into the movies.
Oh my
I
god.
started back when I started playing video games back in high school because I wanted to be cool
Yeah.
and have a bunch of friends. So I started playing Rock Band, the video game.
Hell
And I
yeah.
thought to myself, I was like, this doesn't look so hard on drums. I was like, why not? And I started joining band, and all of a sudden I just became the drummer like of every place I was at. And
Every band.
every band,
That's
yeah.
how it is for drummers, I've noticed. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
I
just
was
become
in
the
at
drummer.
I think I was in at least 5 at the most at one point, at the very most.
Holy
But
crap. That's
I've always
crazy.
yeah, no, it was really fun though. I got to see a lot of people, meet a lot of people, have a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
just grow up and start learning new styles with people and hang out, and yeah, it was great for me,
Okay.
honestly.
I have to ask a question about that then, because you mentioned Rock Band. Who can play Through the Fire and Flames perfectly on Expert?
Well, no, I've tried so many times. No.
Not perfectly, absolutely not.
I honestly
can
think it's
barely
easier
play
for you to
Doing
just learn to
Songs.
play guitar.
I think you're right. I think you're so
Honestly.
right. I mean, you're not wrong in any way, shape, or form.
You know,
Oh
and I
my
see
God.
people with mods and stuff, and they speed it up, and they're still playing, and they're tapping, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, dude, what is
I
this?
don't-
What have you done? How do you do this? Oh my god!
That's a level of neurodivergent we all maybe will never reach.
Not this one.
That hyperfixation.
So back on track, and I guess this next question is about tracks. Which instrument leads the songwriting for you guys? Like, do you guys write lyrics first? Do you guys go with the songwriting first? What's your process?
Definitely guitar. I feel like a lot of our tracks previously had Gabe coming in with a riff or playing something and going, "Hey, this is so cool!" Or right around this, right? And we've, especially on the newer stuff we've been writing, trying to get kind of away from that, trying to experiment with different things, and like, hey, this is something else, and this is cool. Oh, I have this lyric. Can we turn this into something? And kind of a more collaborative effort. But to be honest, especially from the early days, it's the easiest way is to have he comes in with a riff and then we kind of just build on top of that riff.
Okay.
And I'd say that's probably 90% of our music was written like that.
I like
Most of
it.
it.
Yeah.
Nice and
But
simple.
sometimes you do get a cool, like Chris will come in with some drums or Ivan will have a cool bass line and, we'll sit there and be like, hey, that's dope. Can we do something with that? And then either it turns into something really cool or it becomes a B-side or we just forget about it.
Fair.
I like
fair.
it. Nice. It really is. That's a simple equation. Like a lot of people give weird over the top answers to that question when we ask it. I like the simplicity of it. That's how it should be. Well, speaking of, your guys' writing and things you've done, your earlier material, Over It, for example, there's an emotional contrast with like high energy instrumentals with those nice riffs and everything, and then those kind of darker themes, tones. What in particular, and with songs like that, draws you to that tension?
For me, it's because I like the Smiths. Like
Fair.
I hate Morrissey, but I like the Smiths. And if you notice a lot of the times for that, right? You have Johnny Marr's just like super happy stuff, right? And then Morrissey like, "I wanna die," like type thing going on. I've always liked that contrast. But I mean, you're a lyric man. What
Well,
makes you do that?
I think personally Over It took a very long time to record. We didn't know what we were doing. We're still learning kind of like how to put songs together. We're learning how to make them sound good, right? And there are songs on there that we had written, I think back when I was like 19, 20, that we were still trying to like put on the record and this and that. So you get this combination of like there are songs like the album opens with House Show Anthem, which is very like Blinkish and very like, oh man, I want to party and I want to get out there and have a good time. And that's very much me, being like 18, 19, 20 years old. And then as you get toward the end of the record, you get into like Flatline and you get into Spider Eyes and things like that. Those kind of things are, I want to do more with my songwriting. I want to get more experimental. And it kind of led to this clash in a way, but that's kind of the beauty of it. There is progression to that record. And, I think that overall, I'm very proud of it. It came together very well, and it was really just I'd always wanted to put an album out, and that showed us that hey, we could do this, and we did it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and did it well, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, I would say
Thank
did
you.
it well. We were having that discussion, Ash, the other day when we were
Mhm.
talking about like which songs of theirs did you guys like, and I'm glad you guys brought up Flatline because I think that was like my personal favorite, just like the blend of everything.
Thank you.
I
Thank
like a
you.
good blend.
Yeah, no problem.
I was
Dope
very
song.
frustrated. That song is, that song is really just the entire frustrations of a lot of things I was going through at that time, and even now, because life just doesn't stop.
Yeah, 100%.
Just
You
kind of
can
put
feel it though.
together. Yeah, and I just you put it all in one place, and you just put it into a mic, and that was really how that song came together.
Oh, 100%. And it translated well into the song because, like I said, you really do feel that emotion that you put into it. And it's one of those good, like, when you're just having like a super frustrating day and you need to release, like one of those songs that you would just put on that playlist. So
Well, good. I'm happy it does
just
that for
vibe
you.
too.
I hope most people feel like that, and I really truly appreciate you for saying that. So thank you.
Yeah, not a problem at all. So you guys have been described as genre fluid. Will you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, is it more freeing, or does it ever make it harder for you to identify the band's um just feelings in place?
It makes it really hard when people ask us what we are, because definitely being a bit more expressive and open about like kind of just what we're playing does lend itself to not really fall into a specific category. But I personally love it. I think, we enjoy that fluidity, because it does allow us to be a bit more adaptive to like, what we're feeling at the moment and not always just, following like trends or anything like that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I
we
would
get
argue that punk in itself is kind of like that in general. Like, I don't know. It
It
always
can be.
feels
It
different.
changes.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
Yeah,
it
it
can
changes
be.
with the times.
I think sometimes punk gets pigeonholed too. I think people there's this very specific sound people are looking for when they think of punk. There are people who probably wouldn't call us a punk band, right?
Mhm.
There are certain venues that have told us we can't play because we don't sound like a punk band. So yeah, right. And that's what I mean. So that's very much like, but I've always been a huge fan of like, I want to make different things. I love pop punk. I love emo music, alternative,
Yeah.
absolutely. But I want to blend it. I want to try different things and put them together and see what happens. And more experimentation in music is always good, right? Because that's the only way we can push
100%.
forward.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan
100%.
of Gorillaz, right? I love Gorillaz because you listen to Gorillaz music, and you go, "Wow, I don't know what this is." Right? This is one genre, and
Yeah.
then you get to the next one, there's another genre, and you're like, "This is cool." But you listen to Gorillaz, and you don't go, "Oh yeah, they're trip hop. Oh yeah, they're indie. Oh yeah, they're this that." No, you listen to Gorillaz, and the only thing you go is, "Oh yeah, that's Gorillaz. Gorillaz is Gorillaz.
Yeah.
That's who they are."
100%. Like, they're
100%.
their own thing.
Exactly, and I'd love to be that band, right? Like, oh, Drive By Cinema is
Mhm.
Drive By Cinema. There's no one
Yeah.
kind of thing they're pigeonholed to. It's just, oh, that's that band. They do that,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that that's a great goal, actually. And I feel like things are a little bit more flexible. And it's like, I mean, it's kind of weird of the
It
venue to
should
say
be.
that these days. Like, all of our venues in the area are like, yeah, everybody come on down. If you got a cool vibe and you hate the system, you're punk. That's pretty much the only criteria.
Fair as hell. No, I feel like we've had that discussion too previously on the
Mhm.
podcast too, especially like relating to metal. There's so many subgenres now, and
Yeah.
people like to define it. There's like this troop of metal elitists now that are similarly to like the venues that you guys explained.
so stupid.
They're like, oh, that's not metal. You can't classify that as metal. I'm like, music is art, period. You're right.
Dare you?
Let people have fun. Let people write and do what you guys want to do. You sound great. So
Right? Like,
Thank you.
God damn. Gatekeepers, man. Fuck the
That is
To be
gatekeepers.
crazy.
fair, it has not happened in a while, but it definitely was like something that we dealt with like when we first started the band.
So wild.
were they like just looking for that real grungy stuff? It was one of those places. They just wanted to hear like the loud, like essentially you go and sounds like it's banging on pots and pans kind of scream punk.
They wanted a lot more hardcore and indie, which is weird. Oh, like
We didn't
like,
fit either
Hardcore
mold.
and
Yeah.
indie?
yeah,
is-
and we were neither of those. So like I remember there was someone like asking me, like, dude, like you're actually making like music like that. Like, that's weird. In this day and age, in this year, like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
You
like,
didn't
but
have to say any of that. Just
but
tell me I suck. That's nicer.
I would call us like I would say we're definitely indie, but the problem is like, and especially at that time, everybody wanted to sound like the Strokes, and they only wanted bands that sounded like the Strokes, right? And then if you were hardcore, everybody wanted like bands that sounded like Knock Loose or
Mhm.
in that kind of subgenre. And we weren't that heavy, but we weren't that indie either. and we had our own thing going on, and everybody was like, I don't get it. You know, it's only been recently that I think people have kind of been like, hey, this is cool, you know?
Yeah, there's a resurgence of like more melodic music and stuff coming in though, I feel like, in general. And like our generation Ash is starting to get back more into the music scene. So you guys like carry a very similar vibe, like you're mentioning all the bands that we love. Yeah, it's a good time
It
to
is
do what
good
you're doing.
times. It is. It's like all of our generation is like, you know what? The world is going to shit, so let's make music.
100%. Right? And
Let's have fun with it. Just fuck it all. I'm gonna die, so fuck it. Let's go.
Hey, that's
True.
morbid. All right.
This is Macabre.
It's Macabre.
Yeah, it's like we cover the macabre, okay? Like,
we got real emo.
it's not a phase, Mom.
The phase, we live here now. All right. So speaking of new up and coming things, we heard that you guys have a single dropping on June 3rd. What can we expect from this release?
Oh man, we're so
best.
excited. Okay, so we took everything you love about Drive By, all the drivey stuff. It's very up and it's very you know, like get out of your seat, you know, and just have a good time. But it's also very emotional. We started experimenting more with synths. We started putting a lot of different kinds of instrumentations in there. It sounds super cool. We can't wait for everybody to hear it. But
Ooh,
it's very different from Over It, right? Like Over It's definitely its own thing. And even we put out an EP, a split EP, and we had 2 songs on there called Gunslinger and Rip Hop Punk. And it's different from those. And Rip Hop Punk was a little funny. Because while I say we are still very much in that drivey pop punk area, it sounds nothing like I think anyone's put out. So
nice. Nice. Well, that got me excited.
Yeah. Seriously,
Is-
definitely gonna listen out for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We're huge proponents of, you know, like, okay, I know we've been talking about nostalgia for a good minute now, and we love nostalgia. I love those bands. I'm a huge Fall Out Boy fan, and you know, one of my favorite bands. But we have also noticed that it feels like our generation is kind of stuck there. It feels like
I'd agree with that.
everyone sees pop punk, everyone sees emo alternative, and they go, wow, I miss 2005, I miss 2003. We have emo nights that
Good
just kind of turn
times.
into millennial nights, and right, you know, nobody wants to propel into new music. And so I think our big thing was, yes, this album is going to feel very nostalgic, but it's also going to be abandon your nostalgia, push forward. It's okay, you know, we can only move forward.
Nice.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, 100%. It's so funny you mentioned that because literally last night I was shooting a show down here and they had a millennial night. I was like, when did emo night turn into millennial night? I don't know when that happened. I don't know if I should feel old.
Seattle's on it.
I almost wish I was at that show, shooting that show. God. Good times.
They're always fun. I mean, we always have a good time.
Yeah.
But you
No,
wanna
I love that
move
vibe.
forward. You know, you want to.
Yeah.
I think that was our big thing. We see bands doing it, and we go like, you know, I don't know, what's next, right? You can only hear "I'm Not Okay" so many times. Well, I guess you could hear it all the time, but you know,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where I know you hear all the time. You're like, everything before used to be great, right? Bands in the 2000s were great. Bands now suck. Everything now sucks. And maybe to an extent you're right, but even in the 2000s, I mean, there was a lot going on. We were just kids, right?
There
Like,
was.
2000s, they're saying
yeah.
all the bands now suck. Fucking in the 90s, it was good.
and in the 90s, they were all saying, I miss Led Zeppelin,
Yeah.
right? Like, I miss 70s rock. And so, but it feels very, especially because of the internet, it's easy to get stuck in these pockets of all I need is this, and that's all I'll ever have, and that's all I need, right? And it's easy to now cut off all those bands. Bands no longer have to compete with their generation. I have to compete with the greatest musicians of all time because streaming has given you access to everything.
That's deep, bro.
Real.
But that's what we're excited
that is
for.
great.
I might have got off track a little bit. That's why this album is
No,
very
that's
much
okay.
like, you know, accept that time is gone. We can't go back to that, but understand that we can move forward, that there is only one way forward. And you need to take your legs and you move in that direction and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Fucking love that. Put that on a t-shirt.
It is actually
Perfect.
Write it down.
Nice. Well, you guys mentioned all things like synth and stuff like that. Is there like anything else within that fans might notice? Maybe like the geared structure, production, you know, anything along those lines that you really want to highlight that you're super proud of?
Yeah, we actually it's a lot of drum samples and a lot of like keyboard stuff that you actually like made. actually.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
talk more
Ooh,
about that.
nice.
Yeah. Song. We wanted to make sure it helps elevate the feeling, the emotion, the passion behind the song, and we have also a
Mhm.
couple little things in there. If you're hearing out, a little couple of nods to some classic stuff, but you'll have to wait to hear that, I guess.
Nice.
Technically Hatsune Miku on it.
Um,
And if we get a DMCA or whatever, then no, there's no Miku. No, never existed.
Not at all.
I don't
Cut
know what
this
you're
part out.
talking about.
Yeah,
Exactly.
perfect.
Miku.
Miku.
Stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little behind the times on that.
Oh, it goes. It goes into Japan plays a big theme, I'd say, in this record. There's a lot of. Well, I
Mhm.
went to Japan, and I know there's that trope of like, white kid goes to Japan, it comes back, his life's changed, whatever. But we're trying. I feel like people see Japan, or they make something Japanese, and it always comes back to this kind of anime trope. Where I feel like there's a whole culture and people there that deserve their own respect outside of just that little bubble, Like we
Fair.
made, I get
100%
influence
fair.
from Japanese bands, and yeah, we call it J-rock, and it's cool and everything. But like, I love a band called Asian Kung Fu Generation. They're one of my favorite bands. They make anime openings, they do,
Okay.
but so much of their music outside of that's so fantastic, and yet most people will only know them from that kind of small bubble, right? And so I don't want
Yeah.
people to hear it and go, "Oh, that's anime music," because it's not, right? You wouldn't. I mean, they wouldn't like, call King of the Hill American music, would they? I mean,
exactly.
well, maybe they would, but still.
Maybe on that one.
They might.
Well, yeah, and especially
No,
in Japan, right too. Like right now too, they have like a very strong like rock scene, very strong like
They do.
alternative like rock scene and everything right now too. That's just like I feel isn't really being like highlighted in America, right? When everyone's saying, "Oh, rock dead and Big 2-6," and it really is like very American centric, like view,
Mhm.
by saying that and just ignoring like all this music that's just coming around the world right now too.
Yeah.
There's so
It's
many
true.
cool things happening. So many cool things, especially in that Tokyo scene where they're just blending alternative punk, electronic, and it sounds so good. Like it's so good.
I was gonna shout out. I had the privilege, I should say, of seeing One OK Rock a couple of years ago, the opening for
Nice.
Evanescence. It was incredible, talking about like the blending of genres and everything. Like you said, they have the rock elements, like with the electronic elements.
Mhm.
It was such a good show.
Yeah,
So that's when I took my deep dive into J-rock.
that's awesome.
I love
Yeah.
that. I've been finding some like Japanese like metal type stuff, and it started with baby metal. I just love their vibe. They're just so
You
much
like what
fun.
you like.
They're
Right?
awesome.
Yeah.
Give me-
right,
There is,
whatever.
there is
Give me
no
chocolate
such
is
thing as
awesome.
guilty pleasure music. It's just music
Fair.
you like, and that's okay.
That's fair.
That's very
fair.
true.
Yeah, I just love their vibe. They're just so much fun and bouncy, and I'm just like, and yet they're like rocking these hardcore riffs and things. I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I love it. I love it all.
No,
Yeah, I
baby
went to
metal's a
Japan
lot of fun.
last year. It was really cool. You're very right about the eye-opening type experience. I was very embarrassed to be American though.
Aw.
I mean, just
Well,
like me and daily living here. Embarrassed.
I know.
Real.
So, good times. Speaking of embarrassing, Jen, I think you have a question that I've been burning to hear the answer to.
So our burning question stems from your TikTok, and one of the first things I noticed that like was sending me to orbit, making me laugh. On a scale of 1 to like absolutely the fuck not, how much does the band collectively hate Jared Leto?
Absolutely fucking not.
This band needs to be buried 6 feet underground.
No.
Launch him up into
No, no.
space. Oh, because then he's going to be in the stars. And I look up, I'll see him
For-
in the stars. And that could be.
Was this
That answer's
like-
for entertainment purposes only.
In Minecraft. I hope that he dies in
Oh,
Minecraft.
yeah. Only
I
Minecraft.
was gonna say, did the hate come like pre-cult, or was it like after he formed, like whatever the hell's going on?
Oh,
God, where
there's
did
a
you?
story.
Oh, man.
We're getting to story time.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
So, same thing. Like it was 2006. I saw the T-shirt. I go to my very first like festival, right? 30 Seconds to Mars is there, and I'm like, wow, this sucks. Then like years later, I go to another festival, and 30 Seconds to Mars is there. I'm like, wow, this sucks. And then years later, I see another festival, and guess who fucking plays 30 Seconds to Mars? They played right after The Offspring, so they killed down that vibe, and then they so they opened up with an acoustic version of The Kill, and then a drum circle. Like that's your one
Oh my
decent
God.
song, and you just get out of the way in
Yeah.
the weirdest fucking way ever, and you just jerking yourself up on stage. It's disgusting. And then he overplays and a cousin to Jimmy Eat World, who I'm there to see, so then they have to play a lower amount of time. Anyways, hated. And then years later, I'm at another festival, and guess who the fuck is there? Also overextending their goddamn playtime, going in Fall Out Boy, cutting them down. Fall Out Boy didn't take the stage until like midnight, right? Fucking hate Jared Leto.
I'll never
so
forgive him
much.
for that.
So much. So pre-Cult, then the Cult came out, and then it was even more terrible. And then Morbius. Club is one of my favorite movies, only for that one fucking scene of him getting beat the fuck up. Dude.
He has a couple good movies.
Yeah.
Overall, just
Name
dude.
2 Jared Leto movies that you like.
Dallas Buyers Club.
American
Fair.
Psycho.
Fair.
That's fair.
I guess these are
Those are
in it,
really
but
good picks.
Oh, he gets
No one's
murdered in
like
American
Requiem for
Psycho
a
too.
Dream. I'm sad.
He ruins
I mean-
movies for me. I'm a big Tron fan, and he ruined Tron for me. So
Yes.
Oh
Thank
no.
you.
I
I
haven't
love
seen Tron
Tron
yet.
Legacy, and I was
Okay.
very into
Thank
that.
you.
Super loved it. I'm a huge fan, and I love the OG too. I like them both. And this Ares one, I was so mad at it. I think I turned it off halfway in, and I was so
they
pissed.
announced it. I was
Whatever.
so happy, and then I saw the trailer, and he was there, and I think it was that meme where I was like,
They put the
just
best
biggest
scenes in
smile
the
for, like,
trailer.
why?
That was it. That was.
why would
Ugh,
you do
it
this?
still
That seems
pisses
to be
me
the
off.
theme. No, with
And
like
he still
Suicide
gets
Squad and
cast.
stuff too. Like
His
he
movies
fucked up.
tank, and somehow
I
he still
hate
gets cast. It's insane, and it's
The Cult, man.
It's gotta be, dude.
Morbius
He's
effect.
raising
It's
some
the
sort
Cult,
of. He
yeah.
is Morbius.
Yeah.
It's Morbid time. That's the only good thing that came out of that. And the fact that they
and
thought
he's-
everybody loved it so much that they put it back in theaters, phenomenally stupid. I love that.
He's just not a nice person.
Yeah, he's just generally a bad person.
No,
Uh,
he really isn't. And speaking of the acoustic version, and this is my personal beef, I went to go see Linkin Park, and they were playing here at a place called The Gorge. It was opening with freaking 30 Seconds to Mars, and it
Mhm.
actually was AFI, 30 Seconds to Mars, and then Linkin Park. And
Yeah, I
I
went
was
to
a
that same tour.
Yeah, I was a little moderately excited at the point because I was like casual
That was-
fanish, and I liked a few songs. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
Before he
but
like jumped
played,
off the deep end though.
Yes, and he played Hurricane. I was so excited when they first started, and then he fucking whips out an acoustic guitar, and I'm like, what is this bullshit? And he's like on top of this, like it was like a storage
Yes, I
shed.
was gonna ask. Did he what the fuck did he climb? Because apparently
Yeah.
he was climbing shit that entire
just
tour. And that
climbed
was like
this-
his thing.
And you could see the security guards like panicking because they're like, this is an old fucking like, garage thingy with, old shit that's, who knows what's in there. It's like he could probably fall through that. It's really old and not really well maintained. But it's like, and I'm sitting there because like I had kind of shitty seats, but like that's where he chose to light up. And I was like, you were playing an acoustic version of that song? That's like one of the only songs I was
For
slightly
Linkin
interested to
Park.
hear.
Just
Before Linkin Park.
completely killing the vibe.
That's
It
exactly what they
tanked the
always
vibe.
do. It taints the fucking vibe. It's the fucking
And even off
audacity, it's
AFI.
ego.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
AFI
AFI
was
came
a-
around and they were like, yeah, and I was really charged. I'm not a huge fan, but I loved their energy. I was so
high
into
energy all
it.
night.
Yeah. And then it just was like, oh man, we're going to start this off with Hurricane. Here's an acoustic guitar. How about that, guys? Well,
It
fuck
just
you,
feels like
man.
whether they're opening or not, it's like I'm the main attraction. Everyone's here to see me. Everybody else can go fuck themselves.
But yeah,
That's the thing I hate
he's got
the
main
most.
character energy.
Yeah, fucking okay. That last one that the fucking went to was like fucking iHeart. Like we got tickets last minute just because those are right by us. But like, yeah, so he's playing right, and he just has like the spotlight on him and his fucking brother, and all the instrumentations, right? All the instruments are in the dark. They're literally not to be seen. Like, fuck you, man. It's all a fucking band. They're all playing. It's not fucking you, dude. It's the ego. Like, I hate it so
Oh.
fucking much.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
Oh yeah. 100%. And
Good people don't have violence.
I do give him just like a little teeny tiny sliver of credit for just full on admitting that it's a cult and be like, yeah, it's a cult. Yeah, we're not even gonna hide it.
I
It
think
took
it's tongue in
years to
cheek.
get there though.
Yeah, it did, but eventually it got to a point. Yeah, it's a cult, 100%. Oh, okay, cool. Well, now I
think it's
know
'cause he
to
feels
He
like
avoid
didn't
that.
say. Was it the dressing like Jesus that gave it away, or the weird camp in the middle of nowhere?
And
thought it
they're
was the
all
one-
like reasonably attractive people that you recruit too. So okay,
Dude,
okay,
I'm too ugly
cool.
for Jared Leto's Island.
It's just
Yeah.
method.
He said no fat people
Just method
allowed.
acting, guys.
Just method acting. God, that man's weird as shit. Okay, what is your escape plan then? If he decided to reach out to you guys and said, "Hey, I want you to be featured, like I want your band Drive By Cinema to be featured on one of my new upcoming tracks that I'm super excited about to make." What's your escape plan?
Career plan that doesn't involve you. Sorry.
I mean, are we taking the money at least, or like?
You
We're
can.
taking the money.
You
That
can
would
take it and be
involve
like,
working
yeah,
with
we
him.
need some funding up front.
It has to be about Morbius or the Blicky comes out like in Minecraft.
The song has to be called Jared Leto Sucks. Yeah. If he's
Ooh,
self-aware enough to do that, maybe. Just maybe.
I would
I'm
I would
intrigued to
maybe
see.
listen to that one.
Shannon, his brother, would be on board. He'd be like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Full send.
We got to make sure it's acoustic.
Oh my
Oh
god.
gosh.
My brother's weird as shit.
I don't know how he's just like, you know what, I'm just here for the money at this point. Like, this dude's nuts. So I'm just gonna play my drums and just be nice and quiet back here. I don't know what's happening.
Look, when you got a good thing going on, you don't stop regardless of how you may feel about it, okay?
It's true. It's true.
Do I
God
play
damn.
drums in 30 Seconds to Mars or do I go work at Bevmo? Oh man, I wonder.
Which one brings in the paycheck? I don't
And that was I
In this
Prevails. man.
That's
economy?
good.
Oh, Shannon, you're stuck, my friend. You're stuck.
He straps his skeleton mod in the front seat of his sedan. Bevmo every day. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. I think he's being
God.
held there against his will. I think, blink twice if you're in danger, Shannon.
Change the
We'll help you.
settings.
We'll try.
We'll try. Cult Jesus might get pretty pissed off though. Oh god.
My gosh.
Oh my
Hold on,
gosh.
I'm crying. Okay, let's talk about emotions. What is one song in your catalog? And each one of you can answer this, by the way. It doesn't have to just be one, however you want to do it. But what's one song in your catalog that means the most to each of you personally?
I'm gonna say Flatline for me. It's just the song that I tell you, I was in a very dark place when I wrote that. Something where I just, it felt like there was no way out. It felt like the days are just dragging and there's nothing I can do. And like, gosh, it's such a rough song. There are times, and if you ever come see us live, especially if I'm going through it, that song's very rough on me. Not
Mhm.
vocally, but emotionally. And there are times where I can't move very much during that song, or I'll be behind the mic and I'll kind of just hold it like this. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying not to start crying,
Aw, I
because
like
then it's
that.
just not going to come out, So
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's fair.
Me, it's not released yet, but it's on this new upcoming album. It's called "You're All That You Have and You Never Even Learn to Like Yourself." That's a song that I wrote we had a different lineup, before the lineup we have right now, right? And both of the members left, and I was just feeling kind of down. They're my friends, right? Everything's still good, but they left, and was kind of at a point where it's like, well, what am I gonna do with this band? Do I still have things to write? Do I still have things to say, right? And that was the kind of the track that I wrote, that really launched this new direction that we're heading into. And so it made me feel like I can still write a song. I still have it in me. I am still able to go, and then just really the emotional core of it, just it breaks me down, honestly. It's one I'm proud of, but I have a hard time listening to it too.
it's another one where I would describe it as a lot of the mental things I struggle with put through the lens of a dark fantasy. That's what that song feels like. So
Okay. Nice.
uh,
I like it. I like that vibe.
One of my favorite songs. It's actually it is one of the ones that came out on the double EP, which was Gunslinger. I really just love the flow of that song. It was one of the newest ones I recorded, and it was a chance for me to show people kind of the skill that I have and just the feelings that I have behind it. I'm hoping that it comes through and the beats of the drums and how I arrange things. And I'm just so dang proud of it, and I'm so excited for the new stuff, because I just went, I think, above and beyond on creativity, and I'm super pumped for it.
That was the encapsulation of everything I've been building for musically in this band. It's got a little bit of fast riffs, a little bit of hardcore starts and stops, Mark Hoppus chord voicings, and then
Nice.
just open da 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 da, and playing it feels good, and it feels since it was just released, it felt like the start of a new direction, and it just still feels that way with the set closer. It feels really good, especially since everything else hasn't been released yet. This is the ultimate one right now. That's what it feels like to me.
Nice. Nice. I like that.
I agree 100%. All right. So from there, where do you guys see Drive By Cinema evolving over the next couple of years? Do you guys have upcoming shows? Are you guys looking to put out more after the upcoming single and album?
You know what?
Ooh, long time.
I don't even know if we're gonna be around for 5 years.
Yeah, I
Me
have no
personally,
idea.
as a man, um, like you know,
I don't know. I don't know if we as a country are
even
going to be
is a
around in
man?
5 years.
Take it whatever
Fair.
way that you want.
Fair enough.
If we can escape.
Support every decision you make.
You know, honestly, hoping that like just the music really connects with people, right? Like we've
Mhm.
been doing this for a while, right? So whether people are listening or not, we're still going to be continuing playing. We're doing this for us because we love each other. We love making music with each other. You know. So one of the things that we are trying to work on right now is a tour in Japan.
Ooh.
Hopefully within the next 2 years, if
If it
possible.
goes well. Yeah.
That's one of the main goals right now. And
Nice. That's
just
a
really
great goal.
trying to like do like more tours, right? Everything the farthest out we've been has been like the Southwest. I would love to do cross
Mhm.
country tour, international, just get out there, get people listening to the music, and if
Yeah.
they hate it, then I'll be in Minecraft.
Yeah. I
Guys,
think I could see us experimenting more. I hope people connect with this. Now, I know we were talking about literally just talking about Gunslinger and how much energy there is, and it's great. And there's definitely energy on this record, but it's a different kind of energy because I wouldn't say anything on the record sounds like Gunslinger. I'd still be open to making music more like that. I think we were listening when we wrote that. We were listening to a lot of like stories so far, which is
Mhm.
great. I love the stories so far. If you guys, you guys or anyone listening to this, if you like stories so far, if you listen to Gunslinger, it feels very like I Want to Disappear, right? Kind of record, maybe early story. But the direction we went with this record feels far more like Proper Dose because I love Proper
Okay.
Dose. And we're so excited about it. I think we're trying to do new things, trying to push ourselves and creatively, and I think we will continue to do that.
It's a weird mix of
Nice.
lighter but also heavier at the same time. Like I know that doesn't make sense, but it will make sense soon.
It does.
It does make sense. Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm here for those vibes.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if there's an album after this album. I don't know what's gonna come, but all I know for sure is that we're not done and just continuing to create and evolve our sound as much as we can, and just with whatever sounds cool, right? It might be more of that kind of story so far, punk kind of sound. It might be completely different. It might be like dark disco. I have no clue. We kind of just do whatever we're into and we take it from there. So
Hell yeah. All right.
That's
I'm
dope.
ready for
All right.
that. I'm
Excited
ready.
to listen.
you see, the only certainty with Drive By is it's always going to be interesting.
Fair. That's fair. And I think that's the bare minimal that like anyone can appreciate, honestly. Okay, we're gonna dive into the chaos. So we have a lightning round coming up, guys. There's no right or wrong answer to this. No thinking, just vibes. Whatever comes to your mind first. So we got about 10 questions here, and we'll just alternate back and forth between Den and I. Favorite guitar riff you've ever written?
I wrote this song to impress Yvette Young, but she thought it was trash.
It's a good song. So far, so good.
All right.
I agree.
It's gonna have to listen to it.
Oh my god.
No, I would say so far so good.
Yeah, new song called "So Far So Good" has one of my favorite riffs he's ever written. Fantastic! Oh
I
my
was
gosh,
on mushrooms.
It was a
We spent,
chocolate
like-
bar.
we spent like 2 hours sitting there trying to write a damn song, and we couldn't do it, and we were so frustrated. This guy's like, "Fuck this, dude! I can't do it. Let's take a break." We were 10 minutes away. He ate some mushrooms, came back. He's like, "I got it."
I've had the epiphany. I've seen the light.
And a few other things.
So
I love
yeah,
it.
thank God for
God.
drugs. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Do drugs, kids.
I was gonna say, do we
Yeah, I want to.
do we advocate you?
Oh, I'm gonna mark that.
I love it. All right. Dream tour lineup. Let's go 3 bands.
Jimmy Eat World,
Death Cab for Cutie,
Ben Gibbard solo project.
the Postal Service.
They would hate anything I would choose personally.
Oh my god. I love it. I'm really shocked that 30 Seconds to Mars wasn't on that list. Very shocked.
Same. You guys are such big fans.
Yo,
You know how
it's
much
gonna
you guys
warm
love
in there
them.
some-
They're gonna be added last minute. And guess who was fucking there? 30 Seconds
No,
to
we
Mars.
cannot do that. They're gonna start making enemies to lovers TikToks.
No.
Oh god damn it. Fuck. Okay.
All right. What is the most chaotic show moment that you guys have had?
Dislocating my knee.
Ooh.
That
Oh
program.
yeah, that's a
Ooh.
good story.
Neat.
In the second song, the first time.
No.
Very famous
Oh my
place,
God.
Program Skate Sound, Fullerton. First time we ever played there. We were getting into our second song, and for whatever reason, his knee pops out of place.
Perfect. Ooh. Ugh. Been there, done that. Not.
And to this day, the firefighters still ask about him.
Yeah, they come around.
Holy crap.
They say any more knees?
Oh my god.
Well, I'm
That's
glad you're
pretty good.
okay, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Decent.
was fine. We were all very worried about him. He just wanted to keep playing the
Oh
set.
yeah, I said like fucking keep playing until the ambulance
that's
comes.
like-
I'm
Yeah.
fine. I just can't move. It's
True
okay.
rockstar vibes,
I
though,
was
to
a
get
good
through
friend,
it.
and I said, dude, I don't know.
Look, you didn't let me do it.
I didn't let him do it. I was concerned. Sorry.
And he still does what he did to break his knee every show still since. Nothing has changed.
Now I know when he breaks his knee or wrist or anything, we'll just keep going.
We learned.
There you go.
He's
There you
good.
go.
Walk it off, man.
Walk it off.
Oh my god. Okay. Go to comfort album.
Blink 182's Untitled.
Give Up by the Postal Service.
Exile on Main Street by the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's Put Up or Shut Up by All Time Low back in the early days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Fuck it. That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Sorry
All
about
right.
that.
One word to describe your new single.
No. Exciting.
Excitingly melancholic.
Wistful.
One.
Danny DeVito?
Yeah, I love Phil.
All right, you say exciting. I'm just say melancholic. Go, Chris.
Beautiful.
Zuber? No.
I like it. I like it.
I think passionate. I like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Okay. Worst gear failure story.
I'll say this right now for every venue listening, please, if your kick drum doesn't have like a little thing in the front to keep it from going way over there during the show.
Oh.
please
Oh,
invest in
no.
that. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many times the kick drum after one song is just over by Jesse singing on the front of the stage. So that's
Like,
God
rubber
damn.
stoppers don't cost that much. It's just
Man.
oh yeah.
There's been at least 3 shows where my guitar just like fucking like breaks. Like the neck broke on one of them. The other one, like halfway through, the peg, like the strap peg broke off. And like I was like, I still need to play it. I don't have a guitar, so I'm just fucking do what I do. Yeah.
The air guitar.
It happens.
Something always happening to
like,
me,
you
man.
know,
Why is
if
it
they
me?
hear
What
it, they
the
hear
fuck?
it.
Hey, things are always happening to me. Sometimes I'm like trying to get my voice out and it's cracking, or sometimes I'm like, oh, I can hit that note. Oh no, I can't hit.
COVID started with you. Like literally at the house show, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
Trap
play
it. Like that.
like
That's why
December
you have to start.
2019, like December, we play a house show and I'm so sick. Like I have no idea. Nobody can diagnose me. I was in the hospital. They have no idea what I had.
Holy
I
shit.
was so sick. I literally left the hospital. They were like, "You're fine. Just go get some rest." He was like, "Hey, dude, you have to cancel the set." No, I'm playing, and I'm like, "Okay, the world's doing this," and I'm holding onto the mic like this while I'm singing, and I'm trying not to like fall. And everybody swears I had COVID.
The week after it was announced that COVID was in America.
Maybe.
Like, bro,
You might have, for reals.
And it was
That's
bad. It was
crazy.
really
Literally
bad.
started with you, man. You're the whole reason for all of that.
That's might be true. Good times.
CDC,
Well,
we're
you
going
know,
to protect them. Patient Zero isn't in this chat.
it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. That might actually just be my life constantly.
In a nutshell.
All right. Coffee or energy drinks, or are we just like raw dogging ADHD?
Copy.
Black tea.
Soda.
Ooh,
Dr. Pepper
fancy.
specifically.
Coffee.
I'm a coffee
Nice.
girl, too. Ash is
I
a
just know
green tea
somebody's
girl.
watching. They're like, "Oh,
I
because he
am.
went to Japan. That's right. Look, he's doing it again."
I'm literally
Fucking
drinking energy
weeb.
drink right now, but like
Did you get your soju this morning?
that's Korean.
Oh my god.
Sojus are so good.
Answer is yes, I
Soju's
did.
is so good. I'm telling you,
I
man.
did have it.
If you
Soju's
need
so
okay,
good.
go drink a highball. It'll change your life. You never had a highball. It's incredible.
Highball are
Um,
good, too.
My favorite thing is soju with like some little like Yakult in it. Oh, so
Oh, minus 196. It'll change your life too.
Ooh. I'm gonna write that down.
I know.
Yeah.
Could have some after podcast.
Please make sure you're
bartending going
21 and
on.
over, and or you don't get caught. Thank you.
Thank you.
PSA for the kids. um okay. If Drive-By Cinema was a horror movie, what would the title be?
Night of the Living Neurodivergence.
The band plays past 11:30.
5-band lineup, 7 a.m. $5
No.
cover.
Not the
Your
5-band
band is
lineup.
It's Tuesday night.
Tuesday night and a 5-band lineup. Oh my god, my knees.
Doors open
I
at
need
8
some
o'clock.
melatonin.
I did that. That's kind of why I'm like half dead today, guys, and I can't think. So I had like a migraine on Wednesday. So it's just like fuck,
You're just raw dogging life there.
Warrior.
covered in bruises from the
Oh man. I feel
I'm still so tired.
God.
gosh.
Oh,
Sometimes you
man.
just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. It's out here living life.
That's how it be. I mean,
It do be like that.
it do be like that.
It really do be
All
like
right.
that.
Drive-by Cinema crew, where can fans follow you guys and catch the June 3rd release?
You can follow us on
Like these motherfuckers.
Palmdale, 141 addresses.
Yeah, Jared Leto's gonna be like, I
Finding
think you guys could
assholes.
really revive my career. Let's do something.
He appears from a summoning circle in the
Yo.
crowd.
Oh my
Acoustic
god.
guitar slowly in the background getting loud.
Whipping it out.
You can find us at Instagram at GD Cinema Band, and on TikTok too at Drive By Cinema. On all socials, we'll be on Bandcamp. We're on all streaming, but you should do Bandcamp.
Yeah, definitely support Bandcamp. We're very anti-AI music, and Spotify isn't. We're just on there because that's the easiest way to get our music out to everybody. Some people may not agree with that and would probably tell us to take it off, but hey, that's how it goes.
I
Unfortunately
got
true.
two
Unfortunate.
cents from them last year, so
2 cents. Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
no, I was so excited.
It's the most.
So
we
happy
need.
for you.
Bandcamp is one of the best ways to support artists of a smaller caliber.
Mhm.
They're so wonderful with their payouts and the way they kind of distribute, and we absolutely adore Bandcamp. So we want to get more
Yeah.
people into it. Thank you so much. However, if you still use Spotify, Apple Music, anything like that, that's okay. You're not someone who's trying to take down the system. You're someone who has to work a 9 to 5, and you absolutely may hate your life, and you just want a little comfort in music, and that's okay.
Hell yeah.
True.
That's what it's about.
Well said.
Hell yeah. I can't agree with that more. Like, it's so true. I know it sucks, but damn. Find other ways to support your artist. That's buy that physical merch, buy those physical CDs or whatever. That's a great way. But Bandcamp
All
does
right.
rock. Bandcamp Friday.
Bandcamp Friday.
So,
Bandcamp Friday.
Bandcamp Friday. So with that, my friends, now you know where to go. Pretty much anywhere. You just Google it. So with that, thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been super fun. I've laughed, I've cried, I've had a lot of regretful life choices, which is par for the course, as they say. So thank you so much for joining us here on the podcast. So and those of you that are listening, thanks so much for listening. This has been the Macabre Maiden Metalcast. So stay loud, stay weird, and definitely stay neurodivergent because we'd love that.
Good at it.
We're really good at it. Oh my
So much
god.
Thanks,
for having
guys.
us.
Thank
It's
you
been
for
a
having
lot.
us. We love you.